Working in a multi-billion-dollar corporation in America's Silicon Valley is a dream come true for most people. Hence, it's incredible that someone would willingly quit a high-paying job at one of the world's most prominent corporations such as Microsoft. Patrick Awuah is an engineer, professor, and businessman who left a lucrative career at Microsoft to establish a university in his home country, Ghana. Patrick founded Ashesi University in 2002 and has received numerous honors both as an individual and as the founder of Ashesi University. Join us in our video today, which looks into the story of how Patrick Awuah, a multi-millionaire who quit his job at Microsoft to create one of the best universities in Africa. Be sure to like our video, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comment section. Patrick grew up in Accra, Ghana, where he had his secondary education. He was a house prefect at one of Ghana's most prestigious high schools, the well-known Achimota School. He was awarded a full scholarship for his college degree and therefore relocated to the United States in 1985 to enroll at Swarthmore College. He graduated in 1989 with bachelor's degrees in both engineering and economics. In the same year of his graduation, Patrick was selected by Microsoft, where he worked for the period between 1989 to 1997 as a software engineer and program manager. His blessings apparently transcended beyond the office as his love life was brewing as well. In his professional time at Microsoft, the visionary intellectual met his beloved, Patrick Awuah, who at the time was also a software testing engineer at Microsoft. Like a man on a mission, Patrick left his position in one of the most prominent multinational technological corporations in the world to accomplish his desire to establish an institution that would develop the next generation of African leaders. The path wasn't a very direct one, as he took a detour with his enrollment in UC Berkeley's Haas School of Business. While here, he focused on developing a business plan and a blueprint for his vision. Patrick, along with Nina Marini, Ashesi's co-founder, as well as other Berkeley graduate students, traveled to Ghana to assess the prospects for developing the private institution by conducting a feasibility study. Over 3,300 surveys were distributed to students and parents. Interviews and focus groups were held with parents, teachers, and business leaders, while secondary data was gathered from local and international sources. According to the study, there was a high demand for a new private university in Ghana, with Ghanaian parents showing a willingness to pay for high-quality local university education. The Ghanaian government also supported the private involvement in tertiary education. Patrick Awuah went on to receive his MBA in 1999, after which he returned to Ghana with his family in 2002 to establish the now renowned Ashesi University. Patrick admitted in an interview that leaving Microsoft was a difficult decision and credited his American wife with guiding him through it. He admitted it was a difficult decision, but when he brought it up with his wife, she immediately agreed. He stated that she had never been to Africa before they met, so it was encouraging to see her faith in the plan and her willingness to move forward with it. Credit to Mrs. Rebecca Awuah for pushing her husband to realize his vision, which has been a life changer for many students in Ghana and many Africans.
When I mentioned this idea to my wife, she immediately agreed.
Patrick's goal was to build Ghana's first contemporary university to train the country's future leaders. Because of his dedication to his vision, he brought his family back to Ghana, made an investment with his funds, and started the Ashesi University with the help of other benefactors.
Well, my real need was to contribute towards development in Africa. And initially I thought I would start a software company, but I then spoke with people who had studied computer science here, and they had their education in computer science involved writing code on paper and being graded for it, and so it wasn't very practical at all. And that was my first clue that maybe something wasn't going right in the educational system. So in this country, only 5% of college-age kids go to college, and there's two problems with that number. One is it's too small. But the second is that everyone who goes to college, by definition, is going to be running this country one day, the 5%. They're going to be running the courts, they're going to be designing roads and buildings and infrastructure, they're going to be running the hospitals, the schools, the businesses. And so when I look at universities, I see Africa fast forward 30 years. When this 20-year-old is now in his or her 50s, that person is going to be a leader. And in particular, although there's lots of universities here, the approach of the liberal arts and sciences is not an approach that's used here. And so that's how I decided to establish Ashesi, to introduce this new model that was really focused on critical thinking, which I think can be very powerful for educating future leaders for Africa.
Ashesi, which translates to beginning, is the first Ghanaian university to integrate technical majors with a liberal arts approach. The school is approximately an hour's drive away from the nation's capital, Accra. Its beautiful campus, located on 100 acres in Birakuso, was built to inspire young Ghanaians to become world leaders. Ashesi now awards degrees in business, economics, computer science, information systems, and engineering. According to Patrick, the university attracts a diverse group of students from all backgrounds, including undergraduate scholarship winners from low-income households who are the first in their families to attend college. Patrick places immense value on diversity during the enrollment of students. He believes each person has a unique perspective to share and certain blinders that need to be peeled away. These misconceptions can be removed if they're in a room with others who have other perspectives than they do. Fortunately, Patrick's efforts have been fruitful. Over the years, Patrick and Ashesi University have been awarded and honored for their contributions made to education. In 2007, Ghana's previous president John Kufuor bestowed the Order of the Volta Award on Patrick in recognition of his contributions to tertiary education in Ghana. He was also awarded the John P. McNulty Prize in 2009, whereas Fast Company also named him as the 87th most creative business person in 2010. He won the Elise and Walter A. Haas International Award in 2014, which recognizes UC Berkeley alumni who have remarkable histories of contribution to their home country. Patrick was named by Fortune as one of the world's top 40 leaders in 2015 and received a MacArthur Fellowship. He also received the World Innovation Summit for Education Prize in 2017, a prestigious worldwide education award.
Very much for this great honor, and thank you for your vision.
One of the biggest awards in education in the world, the World Innovation Summit in Education Prize, was given to Ashesi in 2017. Ashesi received a charter in 2018 from the President of Ghana, establishing complete independence as a university authorized to confer degrees in the country. In Ghana's history, Ashesi was the youngest private university to receive a presidential charter.
It receives its own presidential charter. Henceforth, Ashesi would award its own certificates and degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, identity matters. Who you are matters. Where you come from matters. An Ashesi degree should stand for something distinctive, and it should be different from other degrees. The surroundings in which you are being taught and the way you have been taught should help to present the products of this institution as distinguishable from those of other universities. Each one of you that carries an Ashesi degree represents the remarkable Ashesi story that needs to be told over and over again to ensure that you are never tempted to stray from what the founder and the president, Patrick Awuah, has created here. I'm sure that sometimes when the going was rough, he must have been sorely tempted to cut corners, for after all, others may have been doing so all around him. But he kept his eyes firmly on his stated mission, and he succeeded in establishing a world-class university.
In a survey of 300 CEOs done by PricewaterhouseCoopers and the Business and Financial Times in 2012, Ashesi University was listed among the top 10 most reputable firms in Ghana, a first for an academic institution. Moving ahead, Patrick says he hopes Africa's universities will cultivate a new generation of bold and innovative leaders, helping the continent to transform itself. He is still the president of Ashesi University.
Graduated during the 50th anniversary celebration of Ghana's independence. As such, my remarks to them centered on a conversation about the progress that Ghana had made and the magnitude of what remained to be done. Listen, I said. It'll take a tremendous amount of courage from each of us to bring true freedom to the people of this continent. I was referring to economic freedom. We must have the courage to face our reality, to be humble, to tackle our condition with the urgency it deserves. We will need to see our world with new eyes. We will need a new generation of ethical leaders who possess the gift of empathy and the courage it will take to transform a continent. We will need courage to always take the honorable road instead of taking shortcuts. And in 2007, I said, I feel a great sense of urgency because I believe that this moment is a pivotal one for Africa. First, the march of democracy and free markets across the continent show that we have finally come to a consensus about the right approach for development. This is an unprecedented opportunity in our history. Second, the most economically advanced countries in this world have moved from a posture of exploiting the weakest nations on earth and are now actively interested in the condition of the African continent. This again is unprecedented in the history of this continent since it's the collision of our civilization with Europe. But I fear that this window will not remain open for too much longer. That's what I told the class of 2007. Our fourth class, the class of 2008, was a remarkable class. They recorded no AJC cases during their time here, which is amazing. They still hold that record.
If you enjoyed this video, watch also the next video on your screen, which presents the great African inventors who changed the world. As always, give the video a like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting future videos.